Okay, and just in case you missed it about the test, all right, make sure that respondus works.
All right.
So I'm going to go back to that question with the shading.
No, that's a minute.
I think it was 7, wasn't it? I got to get back into it. Yeah, Diamond, what's up?
I was having a question. I'm looking on the thing that says 3.1 is due on February 18th, February the 5th, but I already have a grade for it. So I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I don't understand why that's happening. It should clear it up. Hopefully it clears it up when you actually start it. It may be because of the knowledge check did that, so I don't know. I saw that and it was only in this class, so I couldn't find anything different, but
Yeah,
if
it did
it
that
doesn't
for
go away
a couple of mine.
if it doesn't go away, let you know when you get to 3.1, then we'll worry about it, and I'll see what I can do.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so let's go back to this. All right, so I think it was 8. Maybe it's 9. I guess it's 10. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, because I'm cool. You still ain't got no clothes on.
All right, now this happens to be a super easy one, so
What you
we
going
might
to
have
bed?
to cycle through to get a good one. All right, so as I've tried to put, and I'm just going to write on this one. It helps if you realize that each one of these is a separate region that has a representation of something. All right, so 1 is C only, 2 is both C and D, 3 is D only, and 4 is neither one outside of that union. Okay. Now, this one is fairly simple though. So which regions represent C union D?
1, 2, and 3.
It's 1, 2, and 3. This is C only, this is D only, and this is C and D. So C union D is all 3. So there's the ones that we shade. Okay. Now, let me just give you another scenario here. Let's say we had C, union D, complement. Then what would be shaded in this case?
Everything outside of C and D? 4?
Yeah, it's called region 4. So for this one, and this is one that I'm making up, I'm doing just to show you, then that's the complement of the union of the two. So then what gets shaded on this one, the C union D complement, is everything on the outside, because everything that's not C or D or both is shaded.
Nice.
Okay?
Yeah.
What's nice about it?
I understood it.
All right, good.
You just make it look so easy.
Hey, dude.
Well,
But
that's
when
because
it's
I'm
by
a teacher.
myself, I know. When it's me, I'm like trying to struggle over here.
Well, it's my job as a teacher to make it look simple. And like I said, is the part of the challenge is just calming down, making sure we understand what's going on, because I can get flustered too. So just don't let it rattle you, and make sure you double check stuff. That's going to get rid of 50% of your problems.
Can you do a triple one like that?
Well, I can do one. However, there's not one in here. If you want to see it, and that would help. Let's see. What I'll do is I'll find one. All right. So let's say we're going to go over here, and we're going to write on this little board. And this one doesn't work nearly as well, but you know what? I can actually annotate on this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because I like these tools that they got in Zoom better than the ones on the Google board. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rectangle to represent my universe. Okay. So there's your universe. So I'm going to draw. Well, you know what? I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. All right. Put that U back. That was a pretty good U. Okay. There we go. Because I want to be big if we can.
Perfect.
All right. So the way it works over here is basically just you got 8 shapes. I mean 8 places. 1, 2. Because you saw when we were filling that in, that one at the beginning of class, it had all of these done. So there's 8 places representing. So this is, so let's say this is A, B, and C. All right. So let's say we want to do here, let's say we want to do A union, and then we're going to put B intersection C complement.
Then put your intersection.
Yeah, I know. I got to do it by hand
Oh,
because there's no symbol
yeah.
for on the
Okay.
keyboard for that. All right. So A union, B intersection C complement. All right. So the way I like to do this, and I probably should have left a little room, but we'll have some room over here. All right. So inside C is 4, 5, 6, and 7. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put them here. 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not a set. We're just showing which ones are represented. Because I don't want to shade until I get to the end. So inside of C are 4, 5, 6, and 7. So now, what C complement would be the ones
And
that
B.
are not here, which is 1, 2, 3, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 7.
Or you did the
I'm sorry,
complement.
8. So inside of C, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So outside of C or C complement is 1, 2, 3, and 8. All right.
Now you take B.
Now I'm going to take the intersection between this and I'm going to write out what's in B. So let's put here B. B is
2,
2,
3.
3, 5, 6, right?
Right.
So 2, 3, 5, and 6 are inside of B.
So we take 2
Now,
and 3.
this right here is the intersection between these two. And the intersection between these are 2 and
And
3. So B, I'll come back and put that. So that's 2, 3. And that's the only two that's common. Between B and C complement. 2 and 3. So that's this part. That's that left-hand side. Now let's see what's in A.
1, 2, 4, and 5.
1, 2, 4, 5. All of those are inside of A. 1, 2, 4, and 5. Now, we're going to union these. In other words, we're going to put all of them together. So let's put it right up here. So the union just means we're just going to toss them all in the same bowl. So that's 2,
1.
3. Oh yeah, 1 go first. It doesn't matter about the order,
Right.
but it's always a good idea to do order. So that way we don't get confused.
4 and 5.
And that's it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. So now I'm ready to shade. Let's see how well I can shade here with this. So they have a good shading tool. All right.
All right.
All right.
You make it so simple.
So I'm going to do this one. There's 2. We got 1. And then we said 4 and 5. So it just ends up in this case being the ones that were in A. Now, I made this one up so it's not so exciting, but that's the way it works. And that's the way I like to do these with those little Roman numerals, because I just don't see how you can do it well with the shading tool alone. You have to do some intermediate work, and the intermediate work is handled like this. All right, so what else in that little thing, that review? I hate to like erase that. That's like a nice, all right, so I'll just I'll leave it over there for me. And you can say what you might like to see. This one gives you
Yeah.
the Venn diagram and you're answering questions about it.
Yeah.
It's already done. It's a 2-set Venn diagram. This one is the 3 we just did. I don't mind doing another one if you want.
Yeah.
This is the 2-set Venn diagram. Is anybody on with that one? We got to do it from scratch if we do it.
Can we do that one?
Yeah, let's just.
Yeah,
and then
I
this
like
one.
to do that one too.
Okay. So let me get rid of this stuff. So we're recording this, so that'll be preserved that. Okay. So a trial drug had 226 participants. In other words, all of these have to add up. What in the world? All of these have to add up, and then we'll see if we need to change this. Because if you end up with one of the regions that's got 0 in it, then that means we got to go to a new one. All right, but we'll just do it. I think this one should be all right, but we'll see. All right, had so 226. So all 4 of these have to add up to 226 when we're done. So a survey was done to gather information about the participants' experiences with side effects.
Oh,
The table below gives the results for 2 possible side effects.
excuse me.
Mm-hmm. Question? Does somebody have a question? Okay. So they all 4 are going to have to add up to 226 when we're all said and done. So 15 had drowsiness, but not anxiety. 126 had anxiety, but not drowsiness. And 141 had anxiety, drowsiness, or both, which is what all 3 of these got to add up to. Where would this one go? The 15.
Hey, drowsiness.
Right there, right?
Yep.
Had anxiety, but not drowsiness. Okay. So does that mean the 141 goes in here?
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, because it does not say just both. This says drowsiness, anxiety, or both. So
Diagram have to change, right?
what we're going to do is add
Okay.
up.
Add up
Okay.
141.
And then
So
so-
that
And then
would
we're going to
be
subtract from 226. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry.
no, you're doing that wrong.
Yeah, hold on a second.
126.
Yeah, 126 plus 15. There we go. All right. So that's going to add these up. So now we're going to subtract that from the 141. And what is that going to give us?
0.
Well, it's going to give us 0. So a 0 would go in here. So we're going to have to change it. But let's go ahead and just finish this last one, because this is the one that's going to be all of these.
You're gonna have to use you gotta change the diagram, to
Yeah,
the
you're
two.
right. You're right. I'm going to put this number in first. So 126
So it's
plus
15.
15. So that's 141, 226. I think that's what I was trying to do before. So that means that 85 had neither of
at the
those side
bottom.
effects. And so if I just go through here now
Yeah.
Yeah, that one
and
right
pick
there.
that one,
Yes.
Yep.
then see, because there's 0 for both, that means they don't touch. That means they don't overlap. Okay. So then there's 15 essentially in drowsiness alone, 126. I'm sorry, in anxiety alone. Oh, wait a minute. They're backwards. They're backwards, aren't they? No, that's right.
No, it right.
So that's 15 had drowsiness, 126. So there's no overlap. So that's why we choose that one. If you try to do one of these other ones, see, it'll have a 0 in it. So you pick the one that doesn't have a 0. Cause see, each one of these has a 0 and you don't want a 0. So you write it as it should be written as a set that has no intersection. And then that takes care of your 0 because if there's no overlap, they're what they call a disjunct set. All right. So now let's answer the questions. Let's answer the questions.
126.
All right. How many participants had anxiety?
126, right?
Yeah, this is pretty easy. It's just that one in there. We don't have to add anything. How many participants had both?
0.
0. Good. Good,
I
good,
learned that
good.
because it took me like 10 to 12 tries.
Well, that's why it's important just to check it. Don't, because if you start doing, well, if you check it first, you're going to minimize the times that you go through, especially if you're in the path, because the
I did.
path just backs you up if you
I
answer it
did,
wrong too much.
I
So,
did, but I kept messing up. It just kept leaving my brain.
right. But the reason why you double check is because the chances or the probability of you doing it both wrong the same time is not very good. But if they match, you know you got it because you're not going to come up with the same answer twice if you're doing it wrong. All right, so what else? Y'all want to go back? Because there's some people in here that weren't in here for the first class, so we can go back to some of these other ones that we looked at. We didn't actually look at this one. This is a good one, isn't it? And then this will set us up if we want to do the, when we come back to do the one with the 3
Big
sets.
question to it. That be complicated.
All right, let's look at this one. Well, let's see. What was this other one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one right
Let's
there.
do this
Oh,
one
boy.
first. See, this one's already done for us. So unlike the one that we just did where we had to do it from scratch, this one's already done and we're just going to answer the questions. So how many of the students drink soda?
220, 212 plus,
It's
43.
both of those right there.
right?
212 plus
Okay.
43.
Okay. 212.
3, 4, 5. 255.
Let's see. 212 plus 43. And you're correct. Well, isn't that? No, that can't be right.
345.
212. I must have done
45.
something right. That's 43.
255.
255. You're right. I knew you was right. I just wanted to make sure I was agreeing with you. Now, how many of the street students drink neither coffee nor soda? Neither soda nor coffee.
The
111.
111.
Now, that's those right there because they're not inside of the soda or the coffee circle. So 111. All right. How many of the students do not drink both coffee and tea? So we got to think hard about this.
You're gonna add 43 plus that 34.
How many of the students do not drink both? Where is both at?
In the middle, that 212.
In the middle, the
The
212.
212.
So here's the both. Okay, and I'm shading it so that we can ignore it because it says do not drink both.
You know, John.
So that leaves us with,
It'll be 77.
It leaves us with these three, right?
Hold on.
Yeah.
They don't drink both. They don't drink both. And they surely don't drink both.
So 188.
Let's check it and see. So 188, good. All right. Questions about that? So these right here, like I said, these were the both here, and that's what we didn't want. So that's why I shaded it to kind of get our focus off of it. So the ones that are not are 43, 34, and 111, which gives us the 188. So questions about that? All right.
I think so far so good.
Okay, that's good news. I like to hear that.
I get
All right.
tricky in the end.
All right, we can come back to that one. So let's do this one. This is the same kind of thing. It's already done. So let's just answer the questions. All right, so we're going to have 683 total. So I'm going to trust that all these add up to 683. But we can always check it. You check other people's work, then it's easier sometimes to check your own. Hold on. What in the world?
Sign
All right, let me
so
get-
your connection was unstable.
Lose it, some food?
I'm going to get, hold on. I got my other backup here. Hold on. For next Tuesday, I'm going to get this. I got my new laptop, and that's what I'm going to put in place of that one. That's the second time it's messed up, where it just all of a sudden. All right.
You had a pop-up say your internet was unstable.
All right. So I'm going to do the same thing here because this is a. So let me bring up that problem again. All right, so I'm going to come back into the Zoom here. All right, so I'm going to share that screen. I'm already open. So I got to share the screen, and then I'm going to open back up that problem. All right. This thing is crazy. It doesn't let you have two open at the same time. I'm sure y'all will figure that out, but I work on 2 computers just so I can have the audio and the video separate. And I got to make sure you don't open it in more than one. All right. Let me get put this mouse on here rather than that tablet. I mean that touchpad. All right, so it was number 10 we were on, right? Nope, it was 11. Or was it 12? It was the 3 set one, right? Nope, it's the next one. Always the next one. All right.
Excuse me.
All right, so as I'd said, going back to this. So this is a different one. 625 people were surveyed by a pet store to see whether they had a dog, a bird, or a fish. So here's the results.
You need to push it over some more. I can't see.
Over what? Like this?
I can't see the rest of the numbers in the
At
You
the
can't see the
bottom,
Venn diagram?
no, I can't see the whole diagram. I can only
Well,
see
I'm looking
38,
on my
61,
backup
33.
here, and I mean, I can see it. Is there some, I mean, what is it that you're not seeing?
I can see everything but the one that is, I can see 61, 33, 38, 34, 92, 103. If it's another number to the left, I can't see.
Well, all there is here is there's the rectangle, the square with the 3 things inside of it.
Don't they got a number? Is another, like I said, I see 103, 192, 61, 33, 38, 34. Do they have another number by the dog?
Yeah, there's a whole thing because
I can't see
I
it.
would
It's all right.
restart your Zoom session. Are you on like a laptop
No,
or a
yeah, because
computer?
I'm on my phone. That's probably why. I'm
Okay,
on my
well, a
phone.
phone, they don't display
Let's see if
everything
I
that the
turn it
computer's going to
around.
do. All right.
Okay, I got it now. I
So,
turned my phone around.
so here are the dog folks right there. That's the dog. I was trying to make it a little bit better than that. So how many people own a dog? Well,
I'm gonna add them up.
just add them up. 115 plus 61 plus 138 plus 33. 115 plus 61 plus 138 plus 33. So that means there's 347 that own a dog. 347 that own a dog. Now, how many people own neither a dog or a fish?
49.
So everybody inside of the 3 circles owns a dog, a bird, or a fish. Some of them own all 3. Some of them own just 2. But these right here, they have to own something else because they're not in the dog, the bird, or the fish circles. So then, yeah, that's 49. So how many of the people own both a bird and a fish, but don't own a dog?
61
61,
plus 33
61 plus 33.
plus 91,
Or
92 plus
All right, I'm gonna
103.
try to shade the
94.
region. I'm gonna try to shade the region here.
No, all of
So the
that.
people that own both a dog and a fish, I mean a bird and a fish, but not a dog.
103.
So they own a bird, but
Yes.
not a fish. So we need both bird and fish. This is just fish, but we need bird and fish.
So we need 92.
This is bird and fish, but also dog.
33.
So the one we want is
It's 92.
just this one because it goes right up to the dog
Oh,
and
wow.
doesn't include it.
Okay. So,
That's because it's between it's between the bird and the fish. So
Yeah, see
you
this
need
right
a
here, the
bird and a fish.
33,
That's the only
everybody.
number.
they also own a dog, the 33.
right.
Yes.
But these
So
right here,
92 is the one that own both
they
a
own
fish
bird
and
or fish, but not dog. All right, so let's go back through the three set
I
ones.
take my time with the word problem.
Well, when you say word problem, is there a specific one? Do you consider that a word problem?
They terrify me. Yeah.
Well, I mean, what is it that you don't like about them? You really only need to look for the numbers.
Yeah, I'm gonna be all right. It's just,
See, the numbers are in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
They give you a number up there.
yeah,
The reason why you're reading that is just to know what's going on. There's
Right.
nothing
right.
nefarious going on.
It's just me.
girl, you ain't by yourself. Trust me.
All right, so let's try this rascal. This is where we're going to take these three, W, Y, and Z, and put them in the proper place. If they're not in W, Y, and Z, then they'll go out on the outside. So the first thing to do is determine how many. I'm sorry, let me back up. How many, which values are in all three? One is not in W.
Oh, 4.
6 is not down here.
4.
Yeah. Oops. Let me back that up. Let me go back to the. So 4. Four is right there. It's right here. And it's right here. It's in all three of them. So we're going to drag him and put him right there. That's the only one that's in all three, right?
Right.
6 is not in all three. 8's not in all three. 9 is not in all three. See how I'm coming back to check? Because I could easily have just saw the 4 and thinking that's it. But I want to double check. So 4 is indeed the only one that's in all three. Now, it doesn't matter which one you go to. You can go to the 2. We're going to go to the ones that are the double ones. And it doesn't matter whether you start here or here or here. You just got to make sure you're looking at the right ones over here. So between W and Y, besides 4, what's common?
9.
Yeah. 9.
W and Y.
W
Yeah.
and Y. Right there. So next, let's do Y and Z. Y and Z
1.
has 1. Y and Z has 1 right here. Got to make sure I'm putting the right spot.
Right.
Y and Z. That's this one right here.
Y and Z overlap.
Mhm. Now the next one will be W and Z. So that's this one right here. So we got to look
8.
at those two. Now, All right. So not 9, but look at that. We got an A, right?
Mhm.
That's common between W and Z. Anything else? I don't think anything else. 6 isn't. And 4 is in there already. So we're going to put 8 in W and Z.
No, wrong
Oops.
spot.
Yeah,
Go.
it jumped out of my hand. There we go. Now, let's just go back. We can doesn't matter which order now we're going to do the single ones on the outside. So which ones are in W? We got 4, 8, 9, 4, 8,
Thanks,
9. The
six.
ones that's missing is
6.
6. In Y, we got 1, 4, 9, and it looks to me like we're missing 3 and 5, right?
Right.
And then coming down to Z only, we got 1, 4, 8, and what we're missing is 7
Okay.
and 2
Go in the
is the
union.
last one. It's not in either one of those, so it goes into the universe.
Yep.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
how's that?
I understand that one.
Any questions? All right, let's see what else we can get into. We did that. We did that one. We can come back to any of these that people want because we got like a half an hour.
That one.
And we did that one, right?
Yeah, but we ain't do it for this class. That one.
All right, let's do this one. Because we haven't done one since the 7 o'clock started. And like I said, I don't mind doing them multiple times because we got a half an hour. We can do whatever we want. All right, a college food court surveyed students to gather information about the type of drinks they like. Here are the results. 647 students, 674 students were surveyed in all. 212 students drink milk, 42 drink both milk and coffee, but not tea. 52 of the students drink both milk and tea, but don't drink coffee. 47 of the students drink milk, but drink neither tea nor coffee. 127 students drink coffee, but neither milk nor tea. 87 of the students drink tea, but neither milk nor coffee. And lastly, 567 of the students drink at least one of these types. So starting at the bottom, what do you think is the first move to make?
Subtract that 5, 6, 7 from the total.
Oh, wow. You were wonderful there. If we do that, because 567 is what all of the 7 inside of the circles has to add up to. When we say at least 1, this is at least 1. This is because that's 1. This is 2, so that's at least 1. This is 3, that's at least 1. 2, 2, 1, and 1. All of those are at least 1. The only one that's not at least 1 is what's out here. So if we take 674 minus 576, then that means that there's 107 that do not drink at least one of these. Maybe they drink boba or whatever. We don't know what they drink, but they don't drink milk, tea, or coffee. So now let's go on the way up. 87 of the students drink tea, but neither milk nor coffee. What is this one right here? This one is what? They drink tea, but they're not over in here.
They go right there.
So that's the 87. Keep working our way up. 127 of the students drink coffee, but neither milk nor tea. In other words, not up here, they're right here. Another way of putting it is 127 drink only coffee, coffee alone. 47 of the students drink milk, but neither tea nor coffee. So this is the milk people, the 47. Hold on a second. What in the world happened to the? Oh, well, I'm not gonna worry. I was trying to put my, are y'all still seeing me?
Mm-hmm, yeah,
Okay. Still seeing the school,
no.
No, we
String
see
gone.
your email.
oh yeah, but that's, I just was trying to bring up the toolbar thing and it's not showing. Cause I'm on the little laptop here. All right.
Oh, excuse me.
All right. Let's go back to, that video. Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah, 47. 52 of the students drink both milk and tea, but don't drink coffee.
Go right there. 52.
42 of the students drink both milk and coffee, but don't drink tea. All right, so we're all the way up to here. 212 drink milk. How can we find that? Do we put 212 here? No, because we
No,
want the
gotta
whole
subtract.
circle to be 212. So we got to find out what's in there already. 52 plus 47 plus 42.
Equals.
So we got 41, 141. So from 212,
We're gonna just subtract. Okay, we okay. What's you got? 71? You did
What's that?
subtract, right? You subtracted, right?
Yeah. See that?
Yes, yes.
All right. You'll
I'm
still hear
gonna
me?
take my time and read this stuff. Yeah.
212 minus the 141 that's already in there. That's 141. That one, and that one. All right. So that means 71 goes there. All right. And we got one last one. Does that help us?
Yes.
So what we can do it one of two ways. We can add all these up inside the circles and subtract from 567 to get that one. Or we can also throw this one in and subtract from 674. I'm going to do it both ways as a check. All right, so we got 47, 52, 87, 42, 71, 127. And I'm going to go ahead and just throw in the other one for like this. So everything that's in there is 533. And then the total of 674 we'll subtract. And that means 141 should go here. Now, before I move ahead, I'm going to do it a second way. All right, I'm going to take it out. And I'm gonna add all just the ones inside of the circles up and subtract from the one at the bottom, the 567. And if I come out with that same number, I should be all right. So 426 from the 567 gives us the 141, which is what we had before. So I am fairly confident that this is done correctly. All right. So
Mhm.
now we are primed to answer this question. How many of the students don't drink coffee? And before you jump in and answer, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show all the ones that drink coffee, and I'm going to circle the ones that don't drink coffee. So the ones that don't drink coffee are this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy, right?
Yeah.
Neither one of those four are inside of the coffee circle.
Add on
All right. Let's add them all up.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, wait a minute. There was one more.
It's only 4.
Right, I'm sorry. That's the coffee circle. I'm just getting tired here. Like that yawning is getting me to yawn.
Sorry.
So 293. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Was there one another with them that we wanted to look at? Like I said, we can do any of these we want. I don't mind doing them multiple times, and we got some time left. If you don't have any questions about this, you know, that's all right. But I want to make sure if you got questions that we're ready to go. Let's look at this because nobody said anything about this.
Oh, excuse me.
How do you determine what a well-defined set is?
Information that they provide.
Yeah, we got to be able to go and look at what they got. So they tell us about a bicycle race from several countries, 80 riders, including Ivan and Trey, that finished the race. Ivan finished 5th and Trey was the winner. All riders' countries of origin and finishing times are recorded on the register. No 2 riders finished had the same time, and those who did not finish were recorded as DNF. Did not finish, so they don't get a time, but we know they didn't finish. So, is it possible to know this? The set of riders who finished 10 minutes or more after the winner.
No.
Why not?
What else they don't say?
Well, they're recording all of the finishing times for all 80,
yeah.
unless they did
Yeah.
not finish. So if they finished, they've got a time. So think about it like this: the Crescent City Classic, or
I'll be riding
every
on that.
time, so they can know at 10 minutes, and you can go in there and look. Go
Yeah.
down to 10 minutes, see who's in that time frame. So yes,
Okay.
the set of the 3 least tired.
No.
Is there anything that mentions up there? Do they keep track of tiredness?
No.
No. I mean, that's, and also too, I mean, that's what we call a value judgment. I mean, how do they know who's least tired? They don't record that. How about the set of riders with the best looking bicycles? Do they have that information up here?
No.
No.
No. It's an undefined, not a well-defined set. The set of riders who finished the race. Yeah, they got all 80
Yeah.
riders times unless they didn't finish and it's due at, DNF. So, yeah. The set of countries of origin of the riders that didn't finish. See, they got that up here.
Yes,
Several countries. So
it's well
they give the
defined.
countries of origin and finishing times. The riders who did not finish were DNF. So we know all the DNFs in the countries of origin. So yes. Okay. Questions on that?
So well defined would mean that it's up in the
Yeah.
in the
I mean, they mention
stuff
it up
there.
here.
Okay.
That's what it amounts to.
Okay.
How about this one?
Yep, that one too.
All right, well, let's look at this one. This might be our last one, unless somebody's really got a burning desire. Because what I want to do is I want to make sure of those people that were having trouble today. Make sure you're ready for 7 o'clock Thursday, because you're going to have to use that lockdown browser. So you use that last 15 minutes to address people if they still having issues, because I can take you through what to do. But like I said, if you run into problems when you're installing all that, you're going to have to get with tech support, because there's 4 different computers, Chromebooks, there's Windows, there's Macs, and the iPad is separate. And I know nothing about iPads or anything. I try to avoid those. All right. Now, it would help if we draw out,
A diagram.
the Venn diagram. It would really help.
Jesus and me.
All right. So this is about tutors, and there's a tutor schedule. So math is offered on both Monday and Wednesday. So
in the middle.
so this is Monday and that's Wednesday. So in the middle here, math is offered on both. So we're going to put math right in there. And incidentally, there's all kinds of tutoring that Delgado has. You can get it through Canvas. If you want to know about that, stick around and I'll show you. And then there's also the tutoring lab. Oh, and incidentally, if you need to see me like personally tomorrow, Monday, Wednesdays, I'm over there at the City Park campus, West Bank, on Tuesday and Thursday. All right, so but German is offered on Monday, but not Wednesday. GER, I'm going to just abbreviate it. GER. All right. Art, bio, and psych.
Not Monday.
2. And then psych. And then out here is Kim. English. I'm just going to put ENG, and then up here we'll put stats over here. All right, so now let's use this to help us answer these questions, because my philosophy on this is don't open this up until you know what that is, because there's bunch of them in there. If you go through and read them all, you're gonna get confused. I would too. So
Ma'am?
we're looking at are math, German, art, bio, econ, and psych. How would you describe that?
Offer on Monday or Tuesday, Monday or Wednesday or both.
Ah, great, great. And that's the way that Alex writes it. Exactly like that. So there we go. The set of subjects not offered for tutoring on Monday. Well, let me put those. So this one is not on Monday. These 4 are not on Monday. That's not on Monday. Neither are those. German and math are the only thing that's not going to be on here because all of these other ones are not offered on Monday. Right?
Right.
So art, bio, econ, psych, stats, chem, English. So that's the ones that are not offered on Monday. So this one is going to be similar. I want to figure out what this is before I open that up. All right. So let's take and just look at these.
It looks like every class is offered
Math.
on Wednesday.
Art, bio, econ, and psych. Yeah, it's everything offered on Wednesday. Good.
But not on Thursday.
Well,
Monday,
it's
but not
Monday
on
and
Monday.
Wednesday.
I'm
Math
about to say,
is
wait, where Thursday
on
coming
Wednesday,
at? I'm
on
lost.
Monday.
Girl time in Monday.
But math is offered on Monday, so we can't say not offered offered on Wednesday, but not Monday.
Okay,
It's
so
offered on Wednesday
right, right,
because math is in there,
right,
and that's offered on Monday. So it's anything offered on Wednesday.
right.
So there we go.
I ain't gonna try to mess with that test.
All right, so
that one kind of was a little easier. I kind of like got it. See, that did help with you making the diagram.
yeah, because
did
it all
help.
brings it back to the idea of Venn diagram, and you can take all of the problems that we looked at and look at them as a Venn diagram. That's why I do the shading like that as well. And
The newer numbers.
if you got numbers in there, you don't have to do it. It may not, but it may help if you want to do that. If you got one of the ones like this.
So when you put the Roman numbers in it, it was easier.
See, like on this one, see, you could draw this out as a Venn diagram and it might make it easier to see. But I don't really need to because like I said, you can build B union D, and then once you get B union D, then strike out from the universe, and that tells you what's left. All right, so that's all I'm gonna present unless y'all got something specific. I want y'all to make sure that you're ready to do that respondus thing, because that's very important. They will not let us get by without, by not using that. We got to use that system. They got something else called Honor Lock, but we don't have access to it yet. They're pushing us to study about it. All right. So anybody got anything? If you don't, I'll see you Thursday, 5:30 if you're in the support class, 7 o'clock for the test. And if you need me in person, come see me tomorrow on the afternoons, like 3 to 5:30. I got a 5:30 class tomorrow night at City Park campus.
All right,
The
guys.
two-
Y'all have a good night.
You too. Y'all
Night.
have a good night. All right.
Yeah,
Good
have
night.
a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
So, Mr. Cruz,
Mm-hmm.
I was able to see what happened to my computer.
Right.
And I called the support team and everything, and then the guy told me what to do and stuff. But I don't know. He said that he wasn't familiar with Mac computer neither. So
Well,
then
almost nobody. I
I
don't know.
know.
So what
So
what ended
then-
up happening?
So he told me to like like this, like take off the system, the lockdown browser, take it off, and then like remove it, the whole thing out
And
of the
then-
computer, and
To do it
then
again?
try to do it again. But my thing
Yeah,
is,
that's smart. That works for
So
most
the-
computers.
yeah, so the response information, I could go there and that's how I could like download that other one back to it, right? Like your whole information about how to do the response, like how to put it back
Alright.
on.
Let's see if I can
Because I'm right now on the where it says response information, and it says how to install the the lockdown on a Mac. So
Can you
I'm
see?
trying to look into that. Yeah, I
all right.
see it.
Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get to it.
And it's so weird because it worked fine, but I couldn't go into it.
So you actually got this to work, the respondus.
The responsive, I remember when I submitted the information, it worked fine, but that was over the weekend and it took me a while. And then today when I tried to go back on it, it wasn't allowing. It was saying that it
Alright.
wasn't something, I don't know.
Well, like I said, I mean, if that's what device they gave you, then I would follow that because usually it's something simple like that. And that's why you got to
Yeah.
be a little bit tech savvy because
Mhm.
you're working through a computer, but
Yeah.
ask
And
questions.
I never
like
I didn't have issues, but but I now figure it out. Like go on, there's two different kind of lockdown browsers. Like the Alex is one thing, and then of course my
Yes,
biology class is
exactly,
another one. Yeah.
exactly. And I think that's one of the main hangups is students think, oh, I've already got it. I don't need it again.
Mhm.
And the Alex one is
Yeah.
different. Now, you notice that I'm actually in that respondent system check with that and I'm able to share it. So I'm kind of surprised that it's letting me do that. But
Yeah,
I've already
'cause
got it
normally it
downloaded
wouldn't.
on here.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to install it again because for some reason it like wasn't allowing me. But I did what
Mhm.
he told me to, so I'm gonna just follow the steps that they have here, like in your, the one in the announcements for 120, the stuff that you put up. So I'm just gonna watch the video and put it back on and see what happens, and I'll let you know for sure.
All right. Well,
'Cause
like I
I
said,
know
if
the
you
test
need
is
anything in
coming up.
person, I'm at the school tomorrow afternoon. I'm actually
Oh,
giving
okay,
a
what
test over
time?
there. Hmm?
What time are you being
Fine.
there
Well,
for?
I have a class at 5:30 and I'm
Yeah.
actually giving the same test tomorrow.
Oh gosh.
If you want to do it there.
Okay.
But anyway,
Right.
I'm there from 3 to 5:30 in room
Oh, okay.
216
Okay.
in building
All
2,
right.
the one
Building
where you
2, yeah,
register
main
at.
one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the
Well,
one where
thank
you
you
register,
so
not the big one up
much.
front, but yeah.
Yeah, the second one. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I think
Okay.
I feel like I live there already.
Yeah, everybody does.
All right. Thank you so much. You have a great
Okay,
night,
bye-bye.
okay? Bye-bye.
You too.
Before you go, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw that section 2.4 was due yesterday. I missed it. It didn't pop up on like my list of Canvas assignments, unfortunately.
Right.
Is there any way that I can at least do it and get partial
Yeah,
credit?
well, yes, if you do it now, here's the thing is, you
Mhm.
never lose anything. The way that
Okay.
Alex works, they don't let you get by without mastering something. So anything that's a course, it's going to stay in your path. So if you go back up to Alex, and it's
Can I
hard for
try-
me to show you since I'm not a student, but if you
I
go
tried
into the
clicking on
student
it again.
view,
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I tried clicking on it again and it wouldn't let me in.
all right, let me see if I can show you as a student what you do. Because you're treating it as if it were an assignment, and it's not, even though they put it in the assignments.
Okay.
So if you go up here, yours looks, well, let me just go in as a student. I'm hoping that oops, that's not that, it's student view. All right. So if you go in here, see, I can't go to anything because this is open. So I got to submit this. All right. So I'm going to go and just submit it real quick. So I'm going to submit it because you can't do anything else if you're in the middle of an assignment.
Okay.
Now, well, anyway, there we go. So what if you click on it here, see it's closed, right?
Right.
But if you go up here and you go into learn, then it takes you back into your path.
Okay.
And it never lets you take anything out of your view until you master it.
Okay. I
So
didn't try to do it under the learn. I just tried to
if you
click
just
on
go
the
through the
assignment.
learn,
Got it.
go through learn.
Okay.
So
thank
that's
you.
right where you go. And that if you just use that all the time, like I said, you'll not miss anything. And then
Okay.
the assignments is where the like this little practice review is, and the test will be in there as well.
Okay. That was it. Thank you. I appreciate
Okay. All right.
You have a good night.
You too.